Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our fourth day's English class, Unit 1, Class 4. Now I am going to teach you from the textbook, Unit 1, Be Reading. The name of the poem is School is Fun. Children, the poem where a student is telling a story that he, his friends and his siblings enjoy the school. Now, look at the pictures displayed in your device, children. Yes, I will read out the first page. Reading stories is so much fun. Our English book has plenty of them. My friends like mathematics, not just problems, but also tricks. Yes, children. Here, in this page, here the students is saying that he likes reading stories and his English book has lots of stories and his friend like mathematics. He like to solve problems of maths. Yes. The next page is my brother is fond of drawing, birds singing and rivers flowing. My sister always plays with clay, makes pots and toys to play. Yes, children, here he is saying that his brother is fond of, once again, he is fond of drawing. That means he likes drawing very much and he loves drawing so much. He draws birds singing and rivers flowing. His sister plays with the clay. She makes pots and several toys for playing. Next page, children. My cousin plucks leaves and flowers, presses them between books and papers. Many to do, not just one. In our school, learning is fun. Yes, children, here he is saying that his cousin loves plucking leaves and flowers and loves to press them between the books and the papers. Now, at last, he is saying that in his school, learning is fun. He is enjoying going to school, and his friends and siblings also enjoy going to the school. And for them, school is fun. Okay. Now, children, yes, the next one is let's learn hard words. Okay? Okay, repeat after me, children. Hard words. English. Stories. Mathematics. Tricks. Fun. Plenty. Cousin. Presses. Pluck. Problems. Okay, children. Now let's learn rhyming words. Clay. Play. One. Fun. Once again. Clay. Play. One. Fun. These rhyming words are from the poem, children. Now, let's read next bit. See the same page, children. Write the plural forms. Story, stories. Bird, birds. Pot, pots. Toy, toys. Book, books. Leaf, Leaves. L-E-A-F, leaf. L-E-A-V-E-S, leaves. Flower, flowers. Foot, feet. F-O-O-T, foot. F-E-E-T, feet. Dog, dogs. Friend, friends. Children, here listen. Singular means one. Plural means two or more. Okay. Now, next bit. Once again, children, meanings. Plenty. Plenty means a large number or amount. Second one, trick. Trick means a cunning action. Next, third one, fond. Fond means like very much. Next, fourth one, pluck. Pluck means pull. Next, fifth one, fun. Fun means pleasure, enjoyment. Sixth one, cousin. Cousin means the son or daughter of an uncle or aunt. Yes. Now the next one is, children listen here. Now let's move on to the grammar part. Conventions of writing. Topic is punctuation marks. Children, can you identify this punctuation? Yes, that is question mark. Yes. Children, now punctuation marks. What is punctuation? The English language has a system of symbols and signs known as punctuation. Yes, once again, the English language has a system of symbols and signs known as punctuation. Why do we need punctuation? Punctuation shows us how to structure sentences and how each sentence should be read. Once again, punctuation shows us how to structure sentences and how each sentence should be read. Yes. Punctuation marks are essential when you are writing. They show the reader where sentences start and finish. And if they are used properly, they make your writing easy to understand. The English language has many punctuation marks, and you will usually learn to use many of them as you master the language. Still, there are some punctuation marks uses you might still not know about despite using and seeing them on a regular basis. Yes, children. Now, let's read the punctuation marks. Look at the picture. Full stop or period. Full stop can also call period. Comma, colon, semicolon, question mark, round brackets, square brackets, quotation marks, apostrophe, ellipsis points, exclamation mark, underline, hyphen, virgule. Yes, children. Once again, just listen. Can you imagine a paragraph without any periods? Periods means full stop. Can you imagine, children, a paragraph without any periods or commas? In truth, it would be almost unreadable. There are 14 punctuation marks in English grammar. Just now we read. And at minimum, one of them has to appear in every sentence. Never mind every paragraph to make it easily understood. Yes, children, now let's learn about capital letters and full stops. Okay? Yes. Capital letter. The sentence begins with the capital letter. The sentence begins with the capital letter. Full stop. A full stop, also known as a period in American English, is one of the most commonly used punctuation mark in the English language. The rules to follow to use full stop are: it is mostly used at the end of a declarative sentence or a statement that is considered to be complete. Full stop is also used following an abbreviation. A full stop can also be show the end of a group of words that don't form a typical sentence. For example, Mr. Joseph is talking to Mr. John. Yes, children, next. Look at the following sentences. Capital letter and full stop. Examples. The girl is playing the piano. Now notice the beginning and the end of the sentence, children. Now the starting word is the. T-H-E, the. T is the capital letter. Why? Because it is the first word in the sentence. The sentence also ends with the full stop. Why, children? The sentence also ends with the full stop because it states clearly that the girl is doing now. Thus, we say that a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. A sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. The pronoun I is written in a capital letter wherever it appears. For example, Amit and I are brothers. Here, I is pronoun. A proper noun always begins with a capital letter. For example, she gave the book to Kamlesh. Here, the word Kamlesh is the proper noun as it is the name of the person. Yes, children. Now, let's move on to the question mark. What are you guys talking about? That is, children, end of the sentence, we are using question mark for this sentence. Yes, we use a question mark after an interrogative sentence in English. Okay? A question mark means something being asked. We use a question mark at the end of a direct question. When a question ends with an abbreviation, end the abbreviation with a period and then add the question mark. Now, look at this sentence, children. How many cookies did you eat? This is a question. Notice the symbol used at the end of the sentence. It is called a question mark. A sentence that asks a question ends with a question mark. Let us look at a few examples, children. How many cookies did you eat? What color is the dog? Will you play with me? And the next punctuation mark is comma. Yes, children. See this symbol? I think we should take a break for a second. See, here also comma is given. After break. Yes. Children, now let's learn about comma. Okay? Yes. A comma is used to show the difference between two separate ideas or elements within a sentence. Commas have other uses as well, and they can be used to separate numbers and write dates. Once again, commas have other uses as well, as they can be used to separate numbers and write dates. Add a comma when two separate sentences are combined. We use commas between words in a series. Notice that a comma does not follow the last word in the series. Use a comma to indicate direct address. Yes, children. Look at the following pictures and sentences. Yes, my favorite fruits are apple and banana. Here, see this first image, children. My favorite fruits are apple and banana. Here, there are only two items of fruits. They are apple and banana. Now look at the next sentence. My favorite fruits are apple, banana and strawberry. Here, there are more than two items in the list. So, we use a comma for separating them. Thus, we say, comma is used to separate three or more words in a list. Comma is also used after introductory words such as yes, no, well, hello, etc. For example, hello, how are you doing? Comma is also used for giving a short pause in a sentence. For example, a lot of people, young and old, rich and poor, met the saint. Yes, children, did you understand about comma and how to use comma? Now let's learn about exclamation mark. An exclamation mark is used to show emphasis. It can be used in the middle of your sentence or at the end of your sentence. When used at the end of your sentence, it also takes on the role of a full stop or a period. We often use an exclamation mark to show strong emotion or give a command. For example, stop, hey, sit down, help, what a lovely view you have here. Yes, children, look at the given sentences. See the image. Wow, what a cute baby. Alas, the cat is dead. Now notice the symbol used in the sentences, children. This is called an exclamation mark. We use exclamation mark at the end of a word or a sentence to show strong feelings such as surprise, anger, or joy. One more example, children. Listen carefully. Hey, it has started to rain. Here the word hey is to express joy, and exclamation marks is being used after as it is expressing feeling of joy. Now let's learn about apostrophe. An apostrophe is used to show that certain letters have been omitted from a word. The punctuation apostrophe symbol can also be used to follow the possessive form of a noun. in addition to indicating the plural form of lowercase letters. Once again, children, about apostrophe. An apostrophe is used to show that certain letters have been omitted from a word. The punctuation apostrophe symbol can also be used to show the possessive form of a noun in addition to indicating the plural form of a lowercase letters. Now let us see the punctuation apostrophe rules. IT apostrophe, yes, that is, it is. THEY apostrophe RE, that means they are. WHO apostrophe yes means who is. WE apostrophe RE means we are. YOU apostrophe RE means you are. Children, we use an apostrophe to indicate possession. The apostrophe examples, children. One more example, just listen. The boy's sister traveled by bus to meet us. Here, the boy's sister, BOY apostrophe yes. That means it shows possessiveness. The boy's sister traveled by bus to meet us. Okay, is it clear, children? Yes. Now, next one. Homework, children. Are you all ready? Yes. Homework from the unit 1. Children, take classwork and continue the remaining bits like first one hard words, next opposites, add ink forms, qualities of Ekalavya, write the past forms, pick out the meaning words, pick out the naming words from the story and write them below. Here write any 6 names, children, and next copy the poem and also write the given bits in the list. Now let's learn all the bits one by one, children. Okay. I will read. Children, first I will read it. Then you repeat after me. Okay. Yes, let's begin. Dronacharya. Hard words, children. First one, Dronacharya. Second, Pandavas. Third, Kauravas. Fourth, Hastinapura. Fifth, archery. Sixth, Arjuna. Seventh, Ekalavya. Eighth, Gurukula. Ninth, disheartened. 10th, mastered. Yes. Next one, children. Next bit. Right. Opposites. Children, listen. This also repeat. Young, old, active, inactive or lazy. Come, go. Remember, forget. Right, left or wrong. Kind, cruel. Obedient, disobedient. Take, give. Long, short. Like, dislike. And the next one, children, add ing forms. Okay? Yes. Shall we start? Okay. Listen, listening. Hunt, hunting, run, running, think, thinking, go, going, fight, fighting, learn, learning, shoot, shooting, make, making, hear, hearing, teach, teaching, ask, asking. Yes. The next one, children. Qualities of Ekalavya. Okay. First, hardworking. Second, humble. Third, skillful. Fourth, kind. Five, determined. Six, devoted. Seven, obedient. Eight, active. Yes, once again, qualities of Ekalavya. Hardworking, humble, skillful, kind, determined, devoted, obedient, active. Next bit, write the past forms. Okay? Yes. Is, was. Work, worked. Say, said. Make, made. Meet, met. Yes. And the next one, children. Here, pick out the naming words, that means nouns, from the story and write them below. Write any 6 nouns. Nouns means naming words. Okay. Let's start. Ekalavya, Dronacharya, Pandavas, Kauravas, Arjuna, Hastinapura. Yes, children. Next one. School is fun. Children, look here. After completing Ekalavya lesson in classwork, copy the heading in classwork. Okay? Now, be reading School is Fun poem. First, hard words. Second bit, rhyming words. Third bit, write the plural forms. Fourth bit, meanings. Write neatly and clearly with correct spellings and learn perfectly, children. Okay? Yes, children. Let's continue the class again on Monday. Okay? Thank you.